A very good evening to you all, and thank you very much for joining us here on Rwanda Television News tonight. We do hope you had yourselves a very productive Tuesday. Now here's a sneak peek of our edition tonight. Prime Minister Dr. Edward Ngirente emphasized Rwanda's commitment to fostering an environment conducive to innovation and investment in the technology sector as part of its vision to build a tech-driven economy. On Tuesday, a delegation of 20 faculty members and student officers from Bangladesh National Defense College, led by Brigadier General Sazedul Islam, visited the Rwanda Defense Force headquarters. And on the international scale, U.S. presidential candidates, former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris, meet Tuesday in Philadelphia for the first presidential debate that may be decisive as they both vie for the presidency. We're glad to have your company tonight, coming to you straight from the heart of Africa, Kigali. My name is Martina Abera. Kicking things off, Prime Minister Dr. Edward Ngirente emphasized Rwanda's commitment to fostering an environment conducive to innovation and investment in the technology sector as part of its vision to build a tech-driven economy. He made this statement during the groundbreaking ceremony for the Kigali Innovation City, a project set to become a major innovation ecosystem, valued at over $2 billion upon completion. Olive Nete has more on this report.
Tuesday, Prime Minister Dr. Edward Ngirente officiated the groundbreaking ceremony for the Kigali Innovation City, a landmark project aimed at establishing a leading innovation hub in Africa. Located in the Masoro Special Economic Zone, Gasabo District, KIC is set to transform Rwanda's technology landscape. The development will feature international university campuses, technology centers, commercial facilities, and more. Francis Gatare, the CEO of the Rwanda Development Board, highlighted the project's substantial potential to attract investment and accelerate economic growth.
The Kigali Innovation City is one of Rwanda's flagship projects. Indeed, it's a cornerstone of our strategy to build a knowledge-based economy. This project reflects a collective ambition of all our people and leadership to transform our country so that innovation, education, and technology can truly become the cornerstone of the future of our country. And so KIC as an initiative is poised to have meaningful impact. In fact, we expect that at its peak, we will have more than 50,000 jobs created right here.
The Kigali Innovation City is set to bring together top-tier businesses specialized in areas such as artificial intelligence and science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. This initiative is expected to generate over 50,000 jobs and produce more than 2,600 graduates annually from its world-class universities. Investors in the project have expressed their satisfaction in partnering with the government of Rwanda, recognizing the significant impact KIC will have on the country's technological and economic growth.
We are very proud to be partner with the government of Rwanda in this truly transformative project. We believe we have both a tremendous opportunity and the responsibility to drive inclusive growth and productivity by harnessing innovation and creating the new skills for Africans who are impatient for change and economic mobility. In an increasingly connected world, digitized businesses and processes are the lifeblood of thriving economies.
It is always important as a DFI to go to a country where there's a vision, there's a clarity in directions, and that is the case here in Rwanda, particularly in this project. Listening to the passionate panel we had earlier from the minister, it's very clear the government knows what it wants out of this project, and that is something very comforting for any lender to go to a country. Second, I will not name any African countries, but the minister and I were talking earlier. There are many countries in Africa that want to set up a smart city, but they never actually get it done. But the fact that Rwanda talked the talk and walked the walk, and that is the type of indicators we look up to in the country. And I think that is also the trademark of Rwanda. They just don't talk, but they also realize actually what they promise to their people, to the rest of the world, and that is something extremely encouraging.
During the event, Prime Minister Dr. Edouard Ngirente emphasized that the Kigali Innovation City is a key component of Rwanda's strategy to build a technology-driven economy. He highlighted the project's alignment with the country's broader vision of leveraging innovation to foster sustainable economic growth.
Today's event marks a critical moment in Rwanda's journey to becoming a leader in technology and innovation across Africa. The ongoing real estate projects within the Kigali Innovation City, alongside established educational institutions, are meant to significantly contribute to Rwanda's vision of a prosperous and technology-driven future. We are building the foundation for a brighter future, ensuring that every African can benefit from advanced technologies and innovative solutions. Kigali Innovation City is more than just a physical infrastructure. It is an ecosystem designed to foster innovation, attract top talent, and draw investment from around the world. The government of Rwanda is fully committed to the success of Kigali Innovation City. We will continue to provide the necessary support to ensure its various components succeed. Our commitment extends to creating a conducive environment for innovation and investment in the technology sector.
Upon completion, the 61-hectare smart city project will be valued at over $2 billion. It is expected to generate $150 million in annual ICT exports and attract over $300 million in foreign direct investment to Rwanda. Olive Nete, RTV News.
Thank you, Olive, for that report. On Tuesday, a delegation of 20 faculty members and student officers from the Bangladesh National Defense College, led by Brigadier General Sazedul Islam, visited the Rwanda Defense Force headquarters. The delegation was received by the RDF Chief of Defense Staff, General M.K. Mubarak, who welcomed them warmly. The delegation received an overview of the RDF's transformation journey from Brigadier General Ronald Rwivanga, the defense spokesperson, and insights into regional security dynamics from Colonel Stanislas Gashugi, the Chief of Operations in RDF. During his welcome address, General M.K. Mubarak emphasized that Rwanda offers valuable lessons for those seeking to learn. He noted the strong cooperation between the Bangladesh Armed Forces and the RDF. Brigadier General Sazedul Islam, head of delegation, highlighted the shared history between the two countries and expressed the delegation's intent to engage in mutual learning. The delegation is on a week-long study tour from 18th to the 14th September 2024. Yesterday, the delegation paid tribute to the victims of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi at the Kigali Genocide Memorial and later visited the Campaign Against Genocide Museum. The delegation's schedule includes visits to the Rwanda Defense Force Command and Staff College in Nyakimana, Zigama, CSS, Military Medical Insurance, Rwanda Military Referral and Teaching Hospital, and various other government and private institutions. Moving on to the health sector, health experts and doctors highlight the importance of patients and the public in general to be explained to in depth what blood infection means and show that there are infections that mostly affect children or the elderly. Dr. Oswald Habyarimana is a doctor in internal medicine who explains that blood infections means a lot of microbes in the blood that affect the body. We have more.
An infection actually is not it's broad. It's not really specific. It's a kind of a disease to any human being or any mankind that involves the inoculation of abnormal like microbe, viruses, fungi within the body, and then our body is reacting to try to eliminate the bacteria. While eliminating, your body will be reacting, and then we develop some immunities like cytokines, like chemicals, to try to we should be more specific while defining the infection, while explaining to our patient that he got an infection. Actually, it should be better to add like which type of infection, the infection you are having has been involving your like airways, respiratory system, like gastrointestinal tract, where you may have like nausea, vomiting, loose motion. These things may be attributed to any infection depending on the system which is affected. Actually, there are so many types of infection, but the infection is wide, and or the infection may have the same symptoms. The infection actually is like our immune reaction as our immune system. When our immunity is affected by any viruses unusual to our immunity, then our body will be reacting. Once it reacts to such kind of bacteria, fungi, viruses, then you get some symptoms, fever, chills, and then this is the infection. But the infection is so wide, and it is caused by many and the different types of microbes and diseases that you cannot see properly with naked eyes. And the way of investigating is are different. Let's say you do blood tests, you do some cultures, depending on the body fluid you suspect where the infections may be coming from. Some imaging may be the things like that. Actually, it's not an infection as such. Actually, what we see when the patient is sick and while seeking for a doctor is because she or he is not feeling well, because something abnormal in the body happened. The explanation, the infection, we have found a blood infection. It's not a blood infection as such, but it's what you feel and what has been found within the investigations. What is going on? Let's take an example. If someone has a chest infection like pneumonia, this one is the chest infection. But when you test the blood, you may find some findings. And then if the doctor is explaining, because there is no proper ways in our local language to explain more, he may to cut short, and they say, okay, I have a blood infection. That's what I was saying. It should be added. Okay, we see you may have infection in your body, but we think it comes from the respiratory system, and probably you have a chest infection because you have seen and seen. Then to have the blood infection also, it may happen what they call sepsis, but you may to think the bacteria which are, or the fungi which are in the bloodstream, they may be coming from or port entry is this one and this one. That may be to be more clear about the blood infection and so on, because it's not really enough. We have to come up with the port entry of such infection, which is in our blood system. And most of the time, the blood infection have not tested the specific blood infection, because we have to do cultures and then figure out which kind of, or PCR, and the cultures, PCR, specific staining. There's other method of examination that may read us and then tell us, okay, this is the infection, if it's such infection, that's why you are feeling like this.
Well, Welcome back to RTV News, and thank you very much for sticking with us. Now, experts have been emphasizing the need for the African continent to adopt measures to ensure cleaner air. This comes as the International Day in this respect was celebrated.
The African Union has Agenda 2063, which is entitled The Africa That We Want. I think for us to move forward in Africa, we need unity. There's no way for us to look at ourselves as individual countries because air doesn't have boundaries. So if country A is doing very well, like Rwanda, as we have seen from the presentation today, then neighboring countries will maybe impact what the effort that Rwanda is actually doing. So I believe there are regional bodies that African countries should leverage to put hands together to ensure that climate change is actually approached in a very unified manner. We're going to consolidate the effort so that we don't duplicate effort and then for us to move forward. So yes, I do believe that uniting is better than going alone. Do outreach campaign, go to a community, speak the language that they speak. Let's not make it academic. Let's speak their language, but explain to them that for us to advance, we need to do this together.
Celebrating the Clean Air Day, which is a wake-up call to all Rwandans and citizens to invest in clean air now, which means that whatever you are doing, be it in the research angle, be it in the private sector, be it in the government institution, you have a role to play, and it's a wake-up call to invest now, not waiting for tomorrow, not waiting for after tomorrow, because the consequences of air pollution is very high, and the cost of reducing the consequences is very high. We need to mitigate rather than reducing the consequences.
This story marks the end of our bulletin. On behalf of the news production team as well as the technical team, would like to thank you very much for sticking with us on RTV News. My name stays Martina Abera. Stay safe and have a great night.